Hello and welcome to Kitchen Inspirations. My name is Carmelo, your host for today, and I am excited to be, showing you what we have in stock for our live stream today. So with that said, it is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So everyone, happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful that you are watching us during this Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We do have a lot of deals that are very good just for you. So I'm excited to be showing you what all of these products are going to be. And just so you know what I'm talking about, you are seeing some of these already here in the back, in the back of me. So, but with that said, just to give you a better understanding, we have one product for all of our categories. Now, if you're familiar with our categories, you know that we have a lot of things. We have rice cookers, we have bread makers, we have coffee makers, water boilers, and the list just goes on and on. So with that said, make sure to stick all the way until the end because we're going to be talking about every single one of them. With that, remember, check out shop.zojirushi.com. Once again, shop.zojirushi.com. You could go ahead and check it out in the comments. It will be posted right there as well. But yes, one thing I do want to mention is that once Black Friday hits, from November 24th all the way until November 27th, you'll go ahead and have the opportunity to get these at an unbeatable price. All you got to do is put the code, which you also see in the website, okay? And but with that said, let's get started. So over here on Facebook, Sananikoni Maria just said, I'm waiting for the water boilers. Just wait just a few more. Actually, after the rice cooker, I'll go ahead and start the water boilers just for you since you cannot wait. But let's start with our rice cookers because Zojirushi, of course, we know make the best rice cookers. Personally, I have I have the NS-ZCC. I personally love it. It's my go-to favorite. But with that said, over here for this Black Friday preview, we do have the NS-TSC-A. It is one of our best-selling rice cookers, not only because it makes white rice, sushi rice, brown rice, but it also has, healthier options such as steel-cut oats, quinoa, and it even has a steaming option. Just so I can kind of quickly show you what I'm talking about. Over here, as you can see, there is a steaming basket that goes in perfectly right in the rice pan right there. So just put it in there. You can go ahead and steam your vegetables, your meats, your fish, and it is just really, adds that sense of versatility when you are making your rice, because you could go ahead and make your rice. You could steam your vegetables, have a full course on meal right there, and then with our NS-TSC-A rice cooker. Not only that, but it is a beautiful, color. Over here it has this kind of nice beige-like white on this very kind of brownish stainless steel to it. So it's a very nice rice cooker. Again, the NS-TSC-A. It does come in two sizes. We have the 5.5 cup rice cooker right here. And then we also have the 10 cup rice cooker, which cooks about 20 cups of cooked rice. As you can see, it is a lot different in size. It's a lot bigger. Just so you could get that side view, let's go ahead right there, that front view. Again, it is very, very big in size compared to the 10 cup. So one of the things I always like to mention is that if you are going to get the bigger size, the 10 cup, make sure you have the kitchen space for it. It is bigger. And of course, not only that, why would you want to get the bigger size? Well, if you have a household size of, let's say, 5 people or more, I would recommend the 10 cup rice cooker. If you have a household of, let's say, 1 to 4 people, then you could easily just get the 5.5 cup size. Okay, so once again, the NS-TSC-A rice cooker. Next, let's go with the water boilers. Since Miss I'm sorry if I'm, Sananikone Maria, sorry about that. You requested the water boilers. Let's go ahead and get talking about the water boilers. Over here, we have the CDWHC 40. This is my personal favorite water boiler. It does only come in one size. It is a 4 liter, which is about 1 gallon. It does come included with, those temperatures that come with most of our water boilers, 175, 165, 195, and then 208 degrees Fahrenheit. A lot of people ask me, why do they have different temperatures? And really, it's just options, right? Options, and it is also said that different beverages go well with different temperatures. And I was a little skeptical at first, but once I tried it, I became a full-on believer. For example, green tea is really good at 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Coffee or black tea is really good at 208. And then, teas such as oolong are really good at 195. After trying it, full-on believer. Don't believe me, go ahead and try it yourself. But with that said, what differentiates this water boiler from the rest that we have, and it is definitely the interior. It does have a rust resistance stainless steel interior, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I hope you can see that right there. So inside, you can see that it is, stainless steel. This differentiates for most of our water boilers because the other ones do have a non-stick coating. I do know there are some people who don't want the non-stick coating in there. And if that's the case, you cannot go wrong with this water boiler. It does not include that again, and it is, very beautifully designed, kind of this, stainless steel on gray over here on the top. So again, very, very nice, 4 liters. You cannot go wrong with this one. Again, the CDWHC 40. And once again, if you are trying to find these unbeatable deals starting Friday all the way until the 27th, you will have the option of choosing these right at our shop. So once again, shop.zojirushi.com. Okay, so yes, Miss Sananikone, sorry about that, Maria. I'm hoping to buy one this Black Friday. You know what? I'm excited for you. I'm happy that now you know what you want. Once again, November 24th all the way until November 27th, you will get a discount code that you just go ahead and input that at checkout. Go ahead and purchase this water boiler. Again, my personal favorite. Cannot go wrong with it. Over here on YouTube, we have Jeremy Hyde. The temps really, really matter when you're making matcha or any other green teas. I 100% agree with that. I do make matcha. I drink matcha every day. Usually I just set it at my 195 degrees Fahrenheit. But do tell me, Jeremy, what temperature is the best for matcha? Because I haven't really specifically looked at it myself. I'm very content with my 195. I do know 175 is said to be the temperature, but do let me know what is the best temperature for you and why. Okay, so Kat over here on YouTube just asked, how do I get the discount code? So the discount code will be available at our website. It's going to be in very big letters. You cannot miss it. And actually, I believe it should also be in the description of this live stream. So just go ahead and click details. You'll see the code, I believe. Okay. So Donna IG, I'm interested in a small rice cooker and grill, and of course Breadmaker. Well then I am excited for you because some of those are coming up next. And with that said, let's go ahead and do the grill as you can see it right here. So Donna, over here we will have a grill. We do have the EBDLC 120 grill. This is our, I would say, flagship grill. It is the bigger of the two, and I personally love it. It's very simple to use. It is a 4-piece grill. Let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about. Over here, of course, you have the option to make, grill your meats, your veggies, your fish, whatever it is you want, you could go ahead and do it. And it is indoor, meaning, you can do it during the winter, during the summer, the fall, all year round. And it is especially fun to be grilling these things with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends during the holidays. Of course, I'm talking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, all of that good stuff. Whenever people are in there, you could be sharing those memories with them. Okay, but again, very simple to use over here. We do have the base down here in the bottom, right? So always want to make sure we have the base over here. This is where the oil drips into. You don't want, of course, want your oil from the meats to be going down into your, tabletop. So go ahead and put, this plate right here. And then last but not least, we do have our grill plate. Over here, titanium ceramic, enhanced non-stick coating, very beautifully. The heating element is actually integrated right here, so I hope you can see that. Let me go ahead and move the angle a little bit right there. So again, this is perfect for those moments where you want to grill indoors with your family. Again, and it does, you know, it is very simple. It is an electric grill, so you would go ahead and put the control plug right here, which do I have it? I do have it. Okay. This is, over here. All right, so here it is. So this is the control plug. You know, ranges from low all the way up to high. I believe like 176 to 410 degrees Fahrenheit. You go ahead, you always want to hear the click. Once you hear the click, you know it is set. Whoops, that is not the right way. Okay, there we go. Once we hear the click, and what is going on here? Okay. There we go. So there, once you hear the click, then you can go ahead and plug it into the wall. And just like that, you know, go ahead and have those beautiful grilling experiences with your loved ones. Okay, so once again, our electric grill, the EBDLC 120. Okay, CAD. Also, I'm interested in the hot pot grill thing. Ah, the hot pot grill. Okay. Yes, that is our EPPFC. Okay, so we do have the grill. And then let's go ahead and do the hot pot grill thing. The yin yang hot pot over here, the EPPFC 120. If that's what you're interested in, Donna, then you know you are in luck because we do have it on our Black Friday sale. And let me just quickly bring it right here. So let's talk about it. Why is this, you know, skillet, this grill, this hot pot so special? Well, for me personally, it's special because it is a 2-in-1. Again, over here, if you want to grill, you know, we have the size. We have, you know, a bigger size. But if you want diversity, a lot of things that you could do with one appliance. You cannot go wrong with the EPPFC 120. Just so I could quickly show you over here, we do have the lid for the deep pan. The deep pan does include a yin-yang divider, which I hope you can see right there. So let me just kind of move that around right there. So this is the shape of, you know, the yin-yang sign, the black and white. Over here it is that. So, you know, this is, you know, very common, for example, Japanese restaurants for the dish, shabu shabu, or just other hot pots. I know a lot of people, what they like to do is that they like to put like a spicy soup base on one side and then kind of a more mild or even sweet soup base to kind of offset the spiciness and just bring out the full 100, you know, degree experience of eating, you know, two soups with the same dish. This over here is very simple as well. You could change the temperatures down here. And again, you have your hot pot right here, but let's say you don't want to do your hot pot. You want to do a little bit of grilling. You can also do grilling with the griddle and grill pan over here. It does have two sides to it. It does have a grill kind of section over here. It has some grill ridges, and then it does have a flat section. So you could be doing, you know, barbecuing at home with your loved ones during the holidays, and right after you're done barbecuing, if you want to eat some soup, some hot pot, you can go ahead and do that as well. So it's really a 2-in-1 amazing product. I have it and I use it weekly. I mean, especially during the winter when it's cold, you can just make your, you know, your hot pot dishes very healthy, very easy to make, and of course, just a very fun experience to have with your loved ones as well. So once again, yes, we do have the EPPFC. Donna, you're in luck. Thank you for that. Okay, so let me actually put this one right here. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and let me know. We are multi-streaming on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you have any questions, we want to make sure that you get the perfect, products for yourself, for your loved ones, and that you actually love them and you know what you are getting when you buy these products. Okay. So Kat just asked, does it all stack together for storage? It does not necessarily stack like this. You would put this as one way, and then I guess the griddle plate, you would have to put it on the side or somewhere else. That is a very good question. Maybe for future products we could actually do that, but yeah, thank you for asking that. And then Jeremy Hyde over here. Okay, so let's go back to the matcha with the water boiler. Once again, we were talking about what's the best temperature for matcha. We do have 4 different temperatures. So you said I've had great results from 175 to 195. 100% agree. But I was recommended by the staff at the tea shop in Japan to specifically make their matcha at 60 degrees Celsius or about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been great at anything up to 175 degrees Fahrenheit though. Okay, so I guess usually for us, we do recommend 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm glad that, that's what that tea shop did recommend. And, we do have the 165 or the 160i, excuse me. That's, for very, high quality premium teas. So again, for matcha, if you want to go ahead and you like 175, but you want, that high premium matcha, then 160, it's very similar to that one of 40 degrees that the shop recommended. Jeremy Hyde, once again, hot pot is definitely a wonderful idea for get-togethers. 100% agree. I actually have about a get-together with my family and friends once a month with the Yin Yang hot pot, especially during the winter time. It's getting really cold. It's really, really a fun appliance to have. And then Kat over here, once again, I love my hot water boiler. I have a very old model, but it's still working and I use it every day. Thank you very much for that. Yes, our water boilers tend to, last for a long time. And, water boiler is one of those things that before I started using it, I was using an electric kettle. And let me tell you, I didn't know I needed a water boiler until I actually got it. I used it and, again, electric kettles, they boil your water anywhere between, maybe a minute all the way up to 5, depending on how much water you have in there. But again, going from 1 minute to 5 to just instant hot water, game changer. Definitely agree with that. Okay, so over here we have Mike J over here on YouTube. We bought the water boiler because it has a non-stick interior. We're happy with the unit. Yes, Mike, most of our water boilers do have the non-stick interior. This is especially useful for the limescale that does build up and just other, things that sometimes, are inside water. We always recommend to use filtered water, but I know sometimes people use tap water, and that can cause a little bit of I believe limescale to build up and just not have the most cleanly experience. Of course, this helps clean that, of course. Okay, so thank you for that. Next, did we talk about the griddle? I believe we have not talked about the griddle. So over here, we do have the EADCC electric griddle. So this is my personal favorite. I have it at home. I use it every Saturday or Sunday with my kids. They love pancakes and we make these pancakes every single weekend. If you've seen my live streams, you probably heard me say this story because it's true. I love it. I use it for pancakes every single time. And what I love about this electric griddle especially is its size. So it is 19 by 12 inches. And again, kind of hard to tell, but when you put it, on me, I'm 6 feet tall. It's pretty big. It goes all the way from my waistline to my neckline. Very, very, big titanium and ceramic enhanced non-stick coating on the griddle plate. And as you can see, it's just very, very nice, nicely designed. It does kind of have these like diamond shaped patterns on the grill, which is really, really, gives it that more of the very nice and very nice look to it. Once again, it's very simple to make these as well. We do have the base, so that's a one piece. We do have the heating element over here. As you can see, it does go around to about like 80 to 90% of the whole griddle. So you can bet that wherever you're actually cooking, it's cooking it evenly and very efficiently, of course. You do have the griddle plate, so that's part 3, and then you do have the lid, which you can put for, you know, cooking your foods even faster. But what I love about this as well is the versatility you can, or the versatility with this product, because you could make breakfast foods, lunch, dinners, late night. I mean, really, you could do everything with this. I usually make pancakes with my cakes every Saturday, but I mean, sometimes we make stir fry, we make noodles, we make steak, of course. You could grill or, you know, cook your steaks right here, your fish, I mean, the list just goes on and on. Whatever you want to make, you can go ahead and cook it using our electric griddle. So again, control panel similar to the grill, from 176 to, I believe, what was it? About 400 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe, somewhere around there. So again, it does have a big range in the temperature, and it does come included with a stainless steel spatula. So very nice. Again, our electric griddle, the EADCC. Okay. So next up, let's talk about our Breadmaker, right? The BBCEC20. I know a lot of people love our rice cookers and our bread makers as well. Now this is a 2-pound loaf of bread Breadmaker. What does that mean? Well, simply it does make a 2-pound loaf of bread similar to the ones you see in the supermarket. What I mean by that is that it'll be, you know, vertical and, you know, kind of horizontal. I mean, not vertical, excuse me, horizontal in shape. So just so you could see what I'm talking about, there you go, right? We do have a 1-pound loaf of bread makers. We have 2 of those. Those are more vertical. Now the 2-pound are more horizontal. Okay, so there you go. All you gotta do is put it. It does have a lot of menu settings. We have your white bread, whole wheat bread. You can make a sourdough starter. You can make a jam. There's a setting for making jam, and I'm talking about like strawberry jam, blueberry jam, any kind of fruit. Go ahead and put it, and it'll make it. I personally make the blueberry one. It comes out really, really nicely. There's a dough setting for, you know, all sorts of dough, pizza dough, donut dough, pasta. You can just make everything with it. If you could think about it, you can make it using our Breadmaker, the BBCEC20. Okay, once again over here, we have Kat, your fake food. It looks really realistic. Yes, our fake food. Our fake food was bought in Japan, actually. I don't know if you've ever been to Japan, but in Japan, there's actually a market for this. Like every restaurant out there displays fake food. And like, if you've been to Japan, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll go to, you'll just walk and there'll be like a ramen shop with like ramen noodles, and it just looks like real noodles. Yeah, that's a huge market in Japan. So we actually bought it. We have our steak. So again, you know, Japan quality of fake steaks. And then also Japan quality, we have skewers over here. So again, yeah, nice, nice that you mentioned that. Yeah, so our fake food does look good. Okay, so our BBCEC20 once again will be in our Black Friday sale. If you have any questions, by the way, do let us know. We always want to make sure we're glad to help. And, you know, especially with the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. You know, we're super excited. And I hope you're having a good time with your friends and your loved ones. Okay. Last but not least, we do have our coffee makers. Now, this is our flagship coffee maker. This is the ECYTC 100. I mean, a lot of reasons why this coffee maker is, you know, very unique, very special. But I'm gonna stick to this one feature, and it is definitely the double wall vacuum insulated carafe. And what I mean by that is that a lot of coffee makers, you know, they tend, you know, for example, if there is a glass carafe, the way that those coffee makers usually heat up the coffee is that there is a heating element down here. Now this heating element will then heat up the glass carafe, which will then further heat up the coffee. which, you know, of course you got to drink it right there and then, because if you don't drink it and if it, you know, cools down, it gets cold again, you got to reheat it. Again, if you're using the heating element down there, because it is heating it up again, sometimes it might burn the coffee and you're tasting, you know, burnt coffee. Well, not with this, you know, coffee maker, simply because the way that it functions, it heats up the coffee and then it pours the coffee down into this double wall vacuum insulated carafe. And if you're unfamiliar with what that means, it just means that it retains, you know, temperatures really well, whether it's really hot or really cold. And it does actually, this coffee maker, you know, you could make iced coffee or, you know, hot coffee. But let's say if you're making hot coffee, once the coffee goes into the carafe, because it is double wall vacuum insulated, it will retain that, you know, temperature of the hot coffee for, you know, hours and hours on end. So again, you're not going to be tasting no more of those burnt coffees. Again, you just go ahead and get it, you know, push down this little button right here, pour your coffee just like that. You could drink hot coffee for a good, you know, throughout the day. So again, the ECYTC coffee maker can also make iced coffee. I've used it before and it is really phenomenal. Okay, so let's move on because we still have a lot to talk about. Okay, sorry about that. Let me just put that so it looks beautifully. Okay, over here we have Jeremy Hyde once again. The griddle looks perfect for making okonomiyaki. Oh, so Mr. Jeremy Hyde knows about Japanese food. Yes, okonomiyaki is a Japanese dish. It is, if you translate it into English, it would be Japanese pancakes. Nothing similar to pancakes in the way that it tastes, but the shape is very similar. It's just a flat food. And yes, this is perfect for making okonomiyaki, you know, Japanese style pancakes. Once again, you put your okonomiyaki right there. You could use the spatula that is included or your own. Go ahead and, you know, flip it. That is always the fun part about okonomiyaki. You just go ahead and get it, flip it over, and sometimes it gets messy, sometimes you don't do it correctly, but that's the fun part about okonomiyaki. And of course, you can make okonomiyaki using our electric griddle. So thank you for mentioning that, Jeremy. Okay, and then Eri over here. I know Japanese fake food. It really looks real good. Yes, thank you for that. So we do have our Japanese, maybe, you know, maybe I should take a trip down to Japan really soon and get more Japanese fake food for these live streams. Maybe I'll do just that. Okay, next up. So we do have a lot of stuff. This next one is a little niche, but I personally really love it because, I mean, I love fish. This is our fish roaster, the EFVPC 40. Now this one, you know, a lot to talk about, but you know, if you didn't even know that fish roasters existed, or at least in like a machine form, well, you know, you're looking at it right now. It roasts fish really well, but you don't only have to roast fish. You could go ahead and roast your, you could go ahead and roast your steaks, for example, right? So just put the steak in there, go ahead and close it. It's very easy to use. There is a button over here, anywhere between 1 to 30 minutes. You could go ahead and, you know, set it up. Because it is 30 minutes, all you gotta do is wait. Once the timer is gone, you'll hear the little cling sound, which let me go ahead and show you. Once you hear that, your fish, your veggies, your meat, whatever you put in there is ready. And again, it cooks it very well. What makes this so special is that it has 2 heating elements. So it has one over here on the top. I hope you can see that right here. And then it has one in the bottom. So let me just kind of push that down so you can see it, right? So it's this kind of like swirly thing right here. So that is a heating element. Now, why do we do that? Well, we do that because if you're putting fish, you know, a lot of time when people are roasting fish, you know, traditionally they would put it on a stick or something, roast it on one side, and then roast the other side. So it is a little bit time consuming. But with this, you're roasting both sides, both the bottom and the top at the same time, meaning you, of course, will get a very cooked fish, meat, veggies, and, you know, it's just very convenient. There is a filter over here on the top that, of course, it you know, it filters the smoke from, example, your fish that would come out. So of course, this is an indoor roaster. It will, you know, help with the smoke and as well as with the smell. So again, very, very good fish roaster. Very versatile. You don't have to do fish. You can do, again, meats, veggies. Again, very, very, it's one of my favorites. It's very, very niche though. But with that said, I personally love it. All right, Mike J over here on YouTube, we have the BB PDC-20 bread machine. It's still going strong at 65 loaves. We are happy with the performance. Yes, that is our flagship bread maker. I have it at home too. I use it once a week. I make bread. I wish I could make bread more than that, but you know, I usually do it on the weekends and we eat it throughout the week, right? What I love about these bread makers is that they, again, you're putting the ingredients inside, so you know exactly what you are putting in your bread. You know, unlike the store-bought bread, when you know companies put the bread in the store, what they are trying to do is maximize the profits. How do they do that? Well, they do that by adding additives that prolong the shelf life of bread. Sometimes, you know, most commonly it's sugar, but sometimes they can put other stuff. You know, it really depends on the brand. But again, with that said, our bread makers, you customize your bread just how you want it, and you know, in about 3 to 4 hours, you'll have perfectly fresh, you know, really, really good baked bread. So, thank you for that, Mike. Okay, so I think that is about it. Let's go ahead and move on to our double wall vacuum insulated products over here. We do have 3 really quickly, so let's go ahead and talk about the SWEK food jar series over here. So very, very, very nice looking food jar series. You know, this is especially very nice if you have like a little girl in your family, or maybe, you know, someone who likes these colors. Again, they are very unique. This is a blue, pale blue, and then kind of a pale orange. 9 ounces in capacity, and then inside is a double wall vacuum insulated, kind of this stainless sleek steel. Now, why do you use these? Well, again, double wall vacuum insulation technology allows you to heat up and keep your hot foods hot, your cold foods cold for a long time. I know during the summer people put, you know, for example, fresh fruit. They put, you know, ice cream in there and they go outside in the heat and they just enjoy it. So really good for cold desserts, as well as for like soups, oatmeal. Oatmeal could of course be cold or hot. It's just really versatile. It's a really fun appliance to have, right? 9 ounces, once again, 2 colors. We do have our SLJBE series lunch jars over here. We do have 4 colors. 1, 2, 3. We have the plum purple, the blueberry blue, the kind of black, and then the stainless steel over here. Now this is a 41 ounce capacity, and it is a lunch. It's perfect for lunch, right? So over here, we could go ahead and put your soup. This is your soup bowl, and then you have your main bowl over here, and then one side bowl and then another side bowl. Just like that, you put it in that order. And again, because it's double wall vacuum insulated, it stores your temperatures, you know, hot foods hot, cold foods cold. Again, very perfect, especially if you have someone who goes to school. Very, you know, very good for students, whether they're in elementary school, middle school, high school, or even university. Or let's say you work at a place that doesn't have a microwave for some reason. You're out in the field. Let's say you're out in the mountains. You work as a ranger. You know, you take your food, your lunch jar. You know, you will always make sure that your food is hot or cold, whether you want it hot or cold. So again, very good. We do have the whole series up there. And last but not least, we do have our vacuum insulated, the SMSRE mug series. We do have 3 sizes and 6 colors. So as you can see, we have the silky black, this beautiful pink, this very nice light purple, this mint color, this matte gold, and last but not least, a very nice white. This is a 16 ounces, but we do have 12 ounce, 16 ounce, and a 20 ounce as well. So with that said, it is a double wall vacuum insulated, perfect for teas, perfect for coffees, perfect for students of all ages. I know my son, you know, just 5 years old, he already has his own Zojirushi mug. He loves it, you know, takes it to work, not work, excuse me, school every single day. cannot live without it, for sure. I have my own in my office. Again, these mugs will keep your hot drinks hot for hours and hours on end, your cold drinks cold for hours on end as well. So who is this for? It's really for anyone. It's for anyone who loves, you know, drinking water, tea, coffee, or any other beverage as well. Okay, so thank you so much for that. Over here on YouTube, we do have Miss Donna IG. I love my travel coffee mug. Keeps my coffee hot all day and it's light. Yes, that is a key point to point out. It's that these are actually very light. You know, being double wall vacuum insulated, and they are, you know, very, they look like they would be heavy, but no, they are very light. So thank you for pointing that out. And then over here, we have Kat. On the hot pot grill, can it be used on the stove like non-yin yang one? The hot pot grill. So I believe you're talking about the hot pot, the griddle plate. This, I believe, cannot be used on the stove. So thank you for asking. But the yin yang hot pot divider one can be used on the stove. If it can be used, the griddle one, no. The D-pan, it can. So very good question. Thank you for asking that. Okay. Okay. So you are welcome, Kat. And then last but not least, over here on Facebook, once again, Sananikone Maria. What's the biggest size it comes in? The water bottle. Okay, the mug, the SMSRE series. So it comes in a 20 ounce. And actually, just give me 1 second. Let me bring those really quickly. Just so you can see in comparison, right? Over here, we do have the 12 ounce. Oh, white maybe not have been the best color, but all right, white. We got the 16 ounce, and then we got the 20 ounce. Okay, so 12, 16, and 20 right there. So very good question. Thank you for asking that. And once again, it does come in 6 colors. You can see them right here. We got the black, the pink, purple, mint, matte gold, and then the beautiful white down over here. Alrighty, well, with that said, thank you for joining us on this live stream. Once again, Thanksgiving is just a few hours away. You know, I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend and, you know, your Black Friday shopping even more. Once again, you can go ahead and find all of these starting November 24th all the way until November 27th. Remember, this is the most important part. Shop.zojirushi.com. Once again, shop.zojirushi.com. We can't wait to have you there. You will be given a code, which will be found on the webpage, and I believe it is also in the description. Input that code at checkout, and then apply the discount. Once again, the discount, we can't wait to, you know, show you that, but once again, just gotta wait until Friday. All right, well, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.